Alright guys, let's go through some additional trig questions. So these ones, this chart has the adjacent being B, the opposite being A, and the hypotenuse being C. So I've given you guys two values and you got to find the other one. So if we have two values and we're looking for the other side, we can use Pythagorean Theorem. And so for that guy, what we're going to do, like with this one, we have 12 and 16. We're going to go 12 squared plus 16 squared square root to find C. Right, so let's see how we do this. On my calculator, I'm going to hit second function and then do the square root. And on most of your calculators, you'll probably have to do double brackets here. So the first thing we need to do is 12 squared plus brackets 16 squared. Now you'll notice that I'm not squaring inside the brackets. I'm squaring outside of the brackets. So I've got the square root of 12 squared plus 16 squared. I just need one more bracket there to close her up. Hit enter. Yes. Gives me 20 for the hypotenuse. Okay, so we can just draw in here. 20 for our value for the hypotenuse. Okay, let's take on the next one. Looks like we have the hypotenuse. We have the largest side at 61. We have the opposite at 11, and we're looking for the adjacent. So we're going to take the larger area minus the smaller area to give us this remaining area. So again, we're doing second function, square root, double brackets. We're taking the larger area, so 61 squared, minus 11 squared. Cool, and then all we have to do is just drop in that last bracket there, enter, and then the value that we're looking for, let's see, 61 is a lot larger than 11, right? So it should be very, very close to 60. Let's see what we get. Beauty. There we go. The answer is 60 for the adjacent. Okay, next one. We've got, again, hypotenuse and one of the sides. So we're going to subtract in this case. Every time that you're looking for one of the smaller sides, you're going to subtract. So we'll do second function, square root, double brackets. We'll take the hypotenuse, 41, and we're going to square that bad boy. Then we're going to take out 40. So bracket 40. And we have to square that guy. And then last bracket. Now, we have the hypotenuse just above this value right here. So same as we had here with 60 and 61. The opposite here is going to be quite small. Okay, you always want to look at what you've been given and then try and figure out what the answer is going to be prior to hitting enter on the calculator. Beauty. We have a value of 9, right? Exactly like we thought. Just a small value there for the opposite. All right, guys, next one. Again, we've been given the adjacent, we've been given the opposite. We're going to add those two areas to sum to give us this hypotenuse. Okay, so let's see. We got square root, double brackets, and we've got 5 squared plus 6 squared. Last bracket there to close everything up, right? You can see that there's brackets around this guy, brackets around this guy, and then we have double brackets around everything. So that takes the square root of everything. 5 squared plus 6 squared. Let's see what the answer is here. 7.81. Beauty. So for this one, we'll do, we finally have something with a decimal place. So we'll do the value of 7.81. The third decimal place there is a 0. So we won't round up for that guy. The pen's not working here. What's happening, my friend? All right, guys, 2 more. What do we got? 3 and 3. So with this guy, we have the adjacent and the opposite. For this guy, we know that that's a 45-degree triangle where the adjacent and the opposite are the same. So let's drop those guys in here. We got second function, square root, and we're going to take the addition of 3 squared plus another 3 squared. Close brackets to find our value of square. Whoa, easy now. So what did I do there? So the beauty of having one of these graphical calculators is that you can go back and you can change all your stuff. On mine, I can't seem to get there. Easy now. Okay. Looks like I gotta start again. Okay, let's try it again. With the ordered graphical calculator, I obviously don't know how to use mine yet, but you can go back and add in that one bracket that was missing. You can see how one little thing in your equation there will screw up. So we got the brackets around everything, then we'll square that, and then our final bracket, enter 4.24. The third decimal place here is a 2, so we'll keep it at 4.24. Okay, let's do the last one. Last one, looks like we've got the hypotenuse, we've got the adjacent, so we're going to subtract those guys in order to find our answer here. So let's see, we're going to do the square root. We'll do double brackets. Okay, so we'll do 50 squared minus the 15 squared. Okay. It's probably going to work like that, but let's just throw in the double brackets just in case. And again, we got 50 minus the 15. So this value for A, I think, is going to be closer to 50 than it is 15. Let's see what we got. 47.69. Now this one here, the third decimal place, is as a 6. So I would round this up. I would say this is 47.70 for our final answer. Excellent. All right, guys. Awesome. We've gone through a little bit of Pythagoras here. So you've been able to get your head around which one is the adjacent, which one is the opposite. And we know that if we have these two values, we're going to add to some to give the hypotenuse. Anytime that we've been given the hypotenuse and another side, we're going to subtract using Pythagorean Theorem. All right, guys. So we'll keep the video short here. We'll just do question after question. This one's pretty good to stop here at 7 minutes.